This video may contain copyrighted material used for educational, transformative, or commentary purposes, constituting fair use under Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Law. And it's also my Hey now, it's Lil Paulette. What's up, y'all? Y'all know we did Saturday night. We did a special, like a bonus 3 with the T for KeKe, and then last night we did like a balloon release, and I did a poem for KeKe. So I wanted to shorten the live just to make it a little bit easier to watch it to like a bite-sized piece. If anybody wanted to watch it, you know, and they didn't want to watch the other one because it was so long and they missed it. So these are some of the pictures that I made for KeKe because she wanted to start a podcast, and KeKe loved them so much that she couldn't pick which one that she really liked. So I'm just gonna put some of them out, and I hope y'all like them. And if anybody wants to get me to do something for them, just hit me on the email. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy, and we love you, KeKe.
Glad to have you here. So this 3 with the T was actually inspired by Vanessa. She went to my comment section of my chill session, and you know what? Instead of just tell y'all, I will show y'all. Hang on, pick that up.
I'm back.
Hey, so I wanted to show this. Hey, so I wanted to show off this comment here. Thank you, Greta, so much. So here it is here. So this comment, now this goes to show you how big we are. And Vanessa right there says, hey, Braylon, could you go live tonight with 3 with the T? Missed my trio. Y'all's input most definitely needed right now. So it just goes to show you what this show does to the good old people of YouTube. So we are here, a bonus edition. So you getting us tonight and us Sunday. Tomorrow night. So it's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one.
Hey, Paulette.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She got her camera off there. Hey. I want to show this video off because I saw it, and this was beautifully done. I just want to say that. Y'all know that KeKe JABBAR has unfortunately passed away, and we did a wonderful virtual balloon release earlier today with Sassy. And by the way, shout out to MIMS, Make It Make Sense, and when they talks and drop the mic. Yeah, I know Brown Skin Girl as well was in support to all y'all that were over there for the fundraiser as well. So we will play this because this was beautifully done, Sassy. You did your good work on this.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I just put it together at the last minute, and
you're fine.
I hope y'all enjoy.
Y'all can drop purple hearts in the chat. Y'all are good over here. I know. Man.
I know.
It really is safe there. She really did a good job on this. She really did.
I hate this.
I know. Yes, indeed, Katora. Yes, indeed. I was mentally trying to make sure my heart posture in the words of Melody Cherie was okay because
Yeah.
this one is there's no words. Now y'all know we always say on this show that we don't prepare for this show. But we say we don't prepare for the fun of what's to come. But this is a little bit different when it comes to this edition because we did not prepare to be serious. Not that we are never serious when we need to be, but this one here is quite sad. I actually learned about KeKe passing away, and I'll drop the link in the chat to this beautiful tribute that Sassy did. I learned about this actually while I was at work. I was on my lunch break, and all I saw was purple hearts in the chat. And I asked what was going on, and Sassy said that KeKe passed away. And I had to breathe mentally for a minute. I was at work, so I really couldn't have that love, grace, and space for myself. And you know, when Sassy said it, I don't mean Sassy I've never met in real life, but there is a mental language of speaking to somebody that you care about. And Sassy said with such kindness, not just because she knows how responsibly emotional I am, but how in tune emotionally I am to life. And it was very heartbreaking to hear. So yeah. Sash, you want to take it?
Well, you know, I mean, there's really nothing other than it's hard to wrap my head around it. And my concern and my hopes and my prayers and all my energy would most definitely go to the children.
Absolutely.
And her husband, who is now a widower.
Yeah.
A new normal for him.
Yeah.
And this is going to be difficult. And I just feel as if we don't need people making it more difficult than it already is.
Amen to that.
I feel like people now are hit dogs or holler. I feel like when the uncle came out and he was so passionate on how he spoke, I think it kind of erupted guilt in some people, and now they want to try to do things to take the guilt off of them. As they say, a hit dog will holler.
Correct.
And this is not the time to try to clear your conscience.
Not at
This
all.
is not the time. You did what you did, accept it,
Yeah,
move on. It is what it is.
it is.
Uh, and
And
remember, we all got an appointed time. We all have it. And sometimes, like I was telling people, the uncle might have, he just can't believe she went that way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And in his mind, there's no way she could have went that way. Somebody did this. She did it to herself. Something happened. But
right.
in all actuality, it was just a freak accident.
Accident. Yeah. And I've never been in a circumstance like this. Still have both of my parents,
Mm-hmm.
knock on the laptop. Um, I feel for KeKe's son that's going off to college because that was the biggest thing that we all remember from last season. And then with Armeen, not saying that he was never a dad, because I can tell Armeen doesn't play, but he comes through when it's necessary. But not only do you have to reconcile the fact that your best friend is no longer here, and that you want to be able to have companionship, to not feel alone emotionally, because this is an ultra time. But now you have to step up in some new emotional levels of your capacity for a circumstance that none of you were prepared for. And that is very layered. I know the last time we talked about I know it was something called, I know it was trauma, but what was it, Sass?
Betrayal trauma.
Betrayal trauma. But it's not so much betrayal trauma for the fact that this was an
This is
accident,
all grief.
but
This is
it's definitely more grief. I was thinking of that term for not so much the betrayal trauma of the freak accident, but the betrayal trauma of this emotional space of how do I do this when I didn't ask to be a part of this team.
Yeah. And you got to understand, she has teenagers. Emotions are running high right now.
Yeah.
Hormones are running high right now. Angry, broken, no words, no understanding. Put yourself in a teenager's spot right now, losing the soul of their light of their household. It's hard. I mean, Ameen is looking at his kids, and he's alone with his kids, and this is going to be hard. Whether people, they don't think about things, what they're going to go through,
Right.
the financials, the comforting of his daughter, a motherless child.
Exactly.
Even though she had a mom for a certain amount of time, but she's going to be motherless now.
Yeah.
And so I just pray for them, because this is not easy. It's not easy. KeKe
No,
is
it's
definitely
not.
going to be missed. She's going to be missed. I mean, there's no words I can say of comfort right now. Sometimes the best thing to say is nothing,
Right.
and just stand in the gap. And if somebody needs you, you there. Because now people are around, but when the people leave is when the reality is going to hit.
Mm-hmm. No,
You know.
absolutely. Without
When
question.
you're by yourself,
Right.
that's when reality is going to hit.
Mhm.
When people stop bringing things to the house and stop calling, that's when the reality is going to hit. Because let's be honest, there are some people, they're around now. Some are there to be spectators. Some are there because they truly love KeKe. Some are there just to be, to take back information. Some are there because they're family and they love each other. And it's going to be new for me. So I just pray that somebody's continuously stay there because we
Absolutely.
know how black folks are when people die. They just act the fool. Okay,
They absolutely do. And Lil Paulette,
I don't
whenever you're
understand
ready,
that. I don't understand it.
Lil Paulette, whenever you're ready, let us know because Lil Paulette
Hmm.
has something that she wants to give. And you know, I know Sassy earlier you said that this would not be that your life wouldn't be monetized. Um,
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to monetize this one either. Just out of respect for what's going on and any super chat, super stickers, super thanks, any cash apps. I want to make it available where we can get that to Wednesday Talks or Prosperity.
Hmm.
Um, because at this juncture right now, this is beyond entertainment. And y'all know the statement I always say just because we're not seen by everybody doesn't mean we're not being seen. And us three are a powerful platform together. And
Hmm.
one thing to know, two things for sure. When it's time to give soul, we do that effortlessly. And I just felt compelled to say that. As Lil Paulette gets herself together here, let's reflect the chat because Greta, you did say we need to reflect the chat more. So we are going to
Hmm.
do that a lot more. It's just we're just trying to level out all emotionality because this
Hmm.
bonus three with the T is going to be a little bit heavy. We're going to do what we do best. But we got to also make sure there's some soul here as well. Um, Jersey Girl says, my prayers, condolences to the Dawson JABBAR family. Rest easily in peace, heavenly peace, KeKe. I hope that his sister that always stayed with them will stay after everyone leaves. That's the hardest part after everybody leaves. That's what Sassy so articulately just stated.
Hmm.
Miss Denise, love you as always. I'm here. I'm just overwhelmed and can't stop crying right now. Well, that's what we're here for tonight. That's why we're doing this
Hmm.
bonus three with the T because you know, it started off with Vanessa's comment, but you know, as soon as ID and Sassy, really ID and Sassy and Lil Paulette, just to show them like what we do. And then Sassy
Hmm.
said, all right, let's just do it today at 8:30. I'm like, that's the move.
Yeah, it
That's
was
the
my
move.
husband's birthday, and our anniversary is tomorrow, and his birthday is Monday. So a bunch of friends got together and took us out to eat. So I was running a little bit behind. That's one reason why. But I tell people
Well,
now, give your flowers while you
absolutely.
can. Give your flowers while you can. Do not wait. Give your
Correct.
appreciations. Give your love. Give your thanks. Give your just give where you can. So when
Correct.
things like this happen, you will always have that remembrance of I love to give her flowers. I love to give him his recognition. I love that because we just don't do that, and we need to start doing that.
No, absolutely. And by the way, happy birthday to the king there.
Yes.
And happy anniversary to both of y'all. For
Yes.
sure. So we celebrate the good around here for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Yvette Bell says, I just want the family to get back together. Well, I'll say this: in order for a family to come back together, people have
Mm.
to have that energy of wanting to come back together, be responsible for what they brought to separate that energy. My thought says the professor KeKe is still teaching today's lesson how to
Mm.
treat people to avoid regrets. Ooh,
Yes.
I
Mm.
thought you ain't never lied. A heavy
Mm.
statement in the chat, but a true statement nonetheless.
Mm.
Keisha Brooks says one of her sons was reading the comments, and that's why we refrain from saying horrible things. They shouldn't be seeing those things. Um,
Mm.
and you know, I'm doing what I can because y'all know Braylon by now.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're doing good for people, I'm the best one on your side. But if you're doing bad on people, I'm the worst one on your side. But right now, I can't ask for y'all and us to give soul and to give care and consideration if I don't do my part too. So that goes for me too. I don't wanna negate that. You know what I mean? That's what we call taking responsibility. Miss Yobo
Yeah.
says Kiki was like the soccer mom for her kids, so I'm sure that she will be extremely missed by her children. Your prayers up to the family. I feel for. Oh, hang on, StreamYard just jumped a little bit. Let's see. Let me try. I was trying to see Keisha's comment here. I feel for all three of those kids and her husband, no matter the age. For the young children, even adult children, this is tough. No, absolutely, for sure. KeKe had two small children under 12 years old, so sad from Greta Lee. And I will talk my ish disrespectfully, but respectfully this time. Because right now, this volcano is hot. Last thing we need is a Braylon going to the volcano just to see what's going on. Just to
we don't need that right now.
You know, but
I appreciate the volcano when we ready, but right now
we're just standing at a very safe distance for sure. But much love to you for that. Live every day like it's your last day. Treat one of the kindly guys watching and sees your heart. Absolutely. Greta Lee says, "Don't cry, little Paulette. You're gonna make me cry. I know it's hard." Yes, indeed. Naja. Hey, Miss Sassy, Brandon, and LOL Paulette. Y'all gonna make me cry. Rest in peace, KeKe JABBAR. Rest well. May God cover your hubby and babies until y'all meet again. Yes, indeed. Alpha Mac MC, the legendary Alpha Mac MC says this is beautiful and so thoughtful. And then Sherry Spell says, thank you for all the work all of you've been putting to your pages with and 3 with the T is no problem at all. Lil Paulette, are you good, my friend? Let us know. And of course, the chat is saying happy anniversary to Sassy and hubby.
thank you.
Absolutely for the love there. Listen, you know what? Black love is a beautiful thing when it can last and it's strong and it's real. You know what I mean? So, yes, indeed. So, and by the way, to everybody in the chat, yes, I know it's Sassy and her husband's anniversary, okay? I know that. Okay. He's protecting a good woman, so I'm not mad at it at all. Love that brother very much. Teresa Wright said, Lord help me. Teresa Wright said, very, very sad. I heard this news in Antigua. I couldn't stop crying either. Definitely feels like a close friend is gone. Praying for the family. Couture says, I live in Huntsville. I'm torn. I want to go to the visitation to pay my respects. But on the other hand, I don't want to see her in that way. God bless and my prayers to her family. I will say this. No, go ahead, Sass.
No. You go ahead. I'll say something.
Okay. Lil Paulette says your device is not connected, so you might have to try again. I will say this, Katora. You never know what just being silent and being supportive will do. So if you go in from that place, I would say go. But also, too, do not allow the fact that just because you feel that way negate the fact that you don't care. I'll give y'all a personal story here. My aunt, God rest her soul, I was in Arkansas because, like I said, before moving up to Ohio with my family, I was in Arkansas, and we were at the burial for my aunt, and I was in the car, and of course this was country, so mud and black shoes don't go well. And I was in the car by myself, and God told me, you need to get out the car. And I didn't know why he said it, but I got out the car and mud on my shoes and went to go see my aunt lowered into the grave. Little did I know, years later, I will move up to Ohio. So if you are wondering about anybody who has passed in your life, you really never know what the future will hold, as we can clearly see. And just respect your mental, but also don't have any regrets on your presence and what you can do as a solution. So, amen. Take that for sure. Sherry says, happy anniversary. Miss Denise is saying, happy anniversary. Lil Paulette, welcome back up.
Yes. I'm looking for my charger, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay. Are you good, little Paula? Do you wanna head there now?
Okay. All right. So I wrote a poem for KeKe, guys.
Okay.
It's called "A Life of Light." Let me turn it up a little bit. Okay. It says, oh,
We're here with you.
KeKe, KeKe, a name that whispered grace, a beauty that shone upon her face. Intelligent, kind, a soul so bright, a writer's touch, a mind alight. I'm not finished, sorry. Professor's garb she wore with pride, while many her age were untried. Brilliant spirit, a soaring flame, yet human flaws she bore the same. Loved by all who crossed her way, her absence cast a mournful gray. Though much too soon her light is fled, her memory lingers warm instead. So let us raise a glass on high, or a tree, to KeKe's spirit in the sky. Missed greatly but forever known, a beautiful life, a heart of gold now flown. I love you, KeKe.
Yes. That was beautiful.
Very well said, little Paula. Very, very well said.
And we know the word says that when our loved ones has passed from time to eternity, because now her time was up, but her spirit is in eternity. So what we
Amen.
got to realize is we got to live to get where she is now. If she
Amen.
had a choice to come back here, no matter how much she loved her kids, she wouldn't, because where she is now, there is no ending. There's no beginning. There is nothing but love. There's no sorrow. There is no sadness. There's no hurt. There's no pain. There's nothing but joy. In the morning, she wakes. Her soul gets up. So now on this end, while we're still in time, we have to live again. And we have to live that our life speaks for us, like KeKe's life has spoken for her. You
Amen.
know, and at the end of the day, what we want to hear is, "Well done, our good and faithful servant." You was faithful in the small things, but not the big things. So God says we're supposed to rejoice when they leave and cry when we're born, because they're coming into a world of sin and iniquity, but leaving the world and going into eternal life of no more pain. And no matter how hard and I know that doesn't comfort a lot of people, but it is comfort to know that I had to look at it in that way when I lost my brother, because now he's where we are trying to go, and we want to live again one day.
No, absolutely.
So
Pat Dyer, you said KeKe's baby boy Ace has been going on to different CC's pages telling them how much he misses his mommy. I cry because I know how he feels. Ace, I'm gonna speak to you, black son to black son, right now. I know we don't know each other, but I understand what it is to have a mom that loves you and cares for you and invests in you. Know that while your mom is no longer here, that doesn't mean the soul that she gave to you isn't. You are going to make mistakes in life. There are going to be days where you're not going to want to wake up. But the blessing of it is you have your dad, you have your siblings, and from one black son to another, one blessing of it is we have a lot of aunties in our corner and a lot of good uncles too, that they will lift us up when we're going through, and they will hold us accountable when it's necessary. But just know, I promise you, even though this feels fleeting, you may feel alone, you are still here to have your own book. And there are many more chapters to come. So keep writing, keep excelling, but most of all, keep loving, because I promise you there's more to come. And don't worry about the people that are talking about your mom, because that says more about them than anything else. Not her. And trust me, some of them are going to be handled by God, or as Venus said, these hands, allegedly. So,
I feel like this is a testament.
Very much.
A testament of how now people see how souls are. You got people who are hit dogs or holler, and then you got people who are genuinely concerned. But you know, my number one thing with KeKe will always be and you know, so
Yes, indeed.
always what she say? Get mad, get glad.
Scratch your ass. I don't give a fuck.
I don't. And the water toss. I mean,
Yeah.
baby, KeKe will have me cracking up. Okay, that's all you got. So she will always be remembered, and I don't know. I it's just hard because
this one's not easy. And Ace, I mean every word that I just said. And I know that through the internet, it is difficult to understand if you can receive love or not, because this is parasocial. We may never meet. But, you know, my mom has said a quote by Dr. Maya Angelou, and I hope this helps you out. People may not remember what you say. They may not remember what you do, but they always remember how you made them feel. So trust me, that message I just sent, I meant that for you, your siblings, and everybody there, because kids matter too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Y'all. I know y'all think I'm articulate all the time, but that was actually hard. It really was, because I'm just like I feel like God created me exactly for where I need to be, but I don't know how at the age I'm at I'm able to give that much soul. I really don't, because I still have my parents, and I guess it's the fact of I've been raised to see that hurt is hurt, and just because you haven't been through it doesn't mean you can't be of a help. So
it's agape love, and so the love of you feel the love of people when there's a loss, because you might not even know them, but you feel, because you have the love of God in you that is expressed outward to someone that you don't know. God even said, how can you love your neighbor if you don't love yourself? You know, and you need to love yourself so you can love your neighbor. We got a lot of people that don't love themselves, and they're out here on this YouTube, you know, projecting, want to be better than they are, want people to think they're more than they are, because they look at themselves as failures.
Absolutely.
But they wanna live a lie. And but the sad thing of it is, we see the lie.
Correct.
And no matter how much you try to cover a lie, it's just always going to be a lie.
No, absolutely.
When you start living in your truth, you will start seeing your blessings. When you stop sacrificing and start being obedient, you will see the doors open. And this is for Letitia. I mean, there are times, Letitia, you could have said something, you didn't. There are times that you could have reached out and you could have answered the telephone, but you didn't. So my thing of it is, grudges turn to envy, envy turns to hate, hate turns to a hollow soul. I know it's because she is spoiled. She wants things her way. She wants things to roll her way. She wants people to bow down to her because she never got recognition as a child. No matter how much she screamed out, she was not that child that got the recognition. And now she's that adult that's adult in the same way. And there are times when your husband could have shut his mouth and you could have stepped in, but you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't. Let this be a lesson learned to everyone.
Amen to that.
That don't let your hate, don't let your grudge holding stop you from making amends. Even if you don't speak again, at least say, I accept your apology. But at this time, let me heal. Let me figure things out. Like her and Mel left it off. I accept your apology, but I at this time, I just need to be here. I can't take no more.
You need
be
those,
respectful. Right. Yes.
You need those boundaries to be able to have a guide to know how to navigate your mental.
Yeah. But like people don't understand boundaries, and that's one thing I think I'm gonna talk about tomorrow on 3 with the T. Because a lot of people I feel they have not been taught what boundaries are. They're boundaryless people. They just come up in your space. They don't realize that I'm another human. And if I don't want you at a certain distance from me, I don't want that. So people that are out here talking negative, it's because they've never been taught boundaries. And they've always pushed the boundaries of others. But this time they're going to push too far. And it's not going to be good. And I just got a feeling about that. I clout chasing, hit dogs. God would deal with that. I truly believe that.
No, absolutely. A couple of things from the chat here. Teresa Wright said, I just watched the show and they did show the memory for KeKe at the end. I was waiting for it. Thank God they did that. That was the right thing to do. I think that at this juncture, there was no other option because this is reality TV. By the way, Taisha J said beautiful poem. Teresa Wright said that was beautiful, little Paulette. Yolanda Cameron also saying simply beautiful. Amen. Sassy T. All the purple hearts in the chat are so beautiful. Hey, Mary White, welcome in. Jonelle Speaks says, KeKe, we love you. Thanks, 3 with the T. Their suffering is over there in a better place. Yes, that was the son I was speaking about. Sending you love, Ace. Keisha Brooks is saying that. Let's see here. Teresa Wright says it's hard. I lost my mother, my father, and my baby boy. My son passed away from a massive heart attack at 29.
Oh my
child.
I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye.